Mark, what's new this week?
Okay, so A Bunch of Amateurs, which is a documentary directed by Kim Hopkins, charting the changing fortunes of the Bradford Movie Makers Club, which is apparently Britain's, and I think in some places I've seen it claimed the world's oldest amateur filmmaking club. It used to be the case that filmmaking clubs and societies were absolutely everywhere, and they proliferated and they did really, really well. When we meet the Bradford Movie Makers, their membership is dwindling. Their funds are very low. The building that they work from, they haven't paid rent on in 5 years, and it is in dire need of repair. Outside, the yard is being used as a tipping site by, people who just drop off, freezers and fridges and furniture. There's graffiti everywhere. If they're going to keep going, they need to raise funds. They need to raise awareness. And so they decide to have a fundraising evening, which will be films and swing dance, which of course is a perfect combination for me. But is anyone going to come? Meanwhile, they continue to mount their own productions because they are filmmakers, one of which consists of one of their longest standing members called Harry, who we hear at the beginning saying he wants to remake the opening of Oklahoma with him on a white horse doing Oh What a Beautiful Morning. The problem is he doesn't sing and he doesn't ride a horse. So they figure, okay, maybe there's a way of doing this through the miracle of CGI. Anyway, here is a clip. This is taken from the trailer of A Bunch of Amateurs.
Right, the account. We've got £340 at the bank. We're in desperate straits, really.
We can't pay his rent, that's the most important bit, isn't it, really?
Yeah, we're going to run out of money.
But from the outside, it puts people off.
Oh, I got a bit in my cup.
But we've survived.
Yeah.
It's more than a lot of
Yeah, it's still going.
I would like to remake Oklahoma, where I'm riding a white stallion.
Oh, I don't think I should risk it. If you wouldn't mind putting my shirt on and hat.
I love the sound of that.
Here's the thing. It's wonderful. It's really, really wonderful. It's very funny. It's a group of people who are kind of, they're a collective ecosystem. They bicker and they squabble but they're like a family, and they're doing something which is, so many of these filmmaking clubs have just basically died out because the world has changed. There is a very, very heartfelt moment in which one of them suffers a bereavement and then comes to the club in the evening because he says, I just couldn't bear the thought of being at home. So you see this group of people, some oddballs, but real movie enthusiasts, all of whom share the love of the magic of the movies, sometimes in completely sort of strange ways about wanting to remake Oklahoma. And they're fighting against insurmountable odds. The building is falling down, the membership is dwindling, the money. But they're just so enthusiastic about it. And the thing I love about the documentary is that, that balance between laughing at and laughing with people. And it's really, if you ever see a documentary that's laughing at its subjects, there's always a sort of nasty taste in the mouth. But laughing with them is a completely different thing. You come out of A Bunch of Amateurs feeling genuinely uplifted. I mean, it's funny, it's moving, it's oddly profound because there is something about that love of cinema and that love of being with a group of other people who all love cinema, even when you're squabbling with them and worrying about the fact that there's no funds left to pay for the tea and the biscuits. And I just thought it was lovely. I think it was, and right now, because it's been a bit of a strange time, hasn't it? I think this is exactly the kind of film that we need. I think if you want a really good night out and you want to watch a bunch of people who they're real people. This is a proper documentary filmmaking. The film's recorded over a long period of time because, of course, COVID strikes as well. Against all these sort of things, and then along comes COVID, in which suddenly the one thing that's holding everything together, that they can all get together in the clubhouse, even that's not going to be possible. I don't want to give away anything, but what I will tell you is you will come out of this with a spring in your step and a song in your heart and a love of cinema reaffirmed. It's so charming. It's so uplifting, so delightful. You will love it. But I think
can't wait to see it. But what's the sort of release situation?
It's in cinemas. You will have to search for cinemas. I mean, it's not going to be that hard. Put A Bunch of Amateurs into Google, and you do think screening something. It'll tell you where it's screening locally. You will find it. and you will love it. But I think anyone would. It's so big-hearted. I loved it.
Oh, that's great. That's great to hear, and you're right. It would be really nice to see something that celebrates British culture in a way that feels like we can all jump on board with it,
And also, like I said, celebrates the love of cinema and the love of watching movies with other people, which I think is something that we all, feel a profound need for. Anyway, please do go and see it. I'd love to know what you think of it. It's also really, really funny.
Thanks very much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed watching it as much as we enjoyed making it. While you're here, check out all the other videos because they're cool too, aren't they?
Yeah, and if you want to keep up to date with everything Kermode and Mayo's take, then check out our social channels.
I mean, why wouldn't you?
I mean, I would. I have done.
Excellent.